Okay, friends, this is Dr. Dhruv Singh. Today I am going to explain about the Melvin Kelvin cycle. So it is also called as a C3 cycle, and also it is known as a reductive pentose phosphate pathway. So today date is 21 May 21st, 2021. So topic semester 6 and topic is Kelvin cycle. So Kelvin is using the radioisotope 14 radioisotope of carbon on chlorella chloroplast, and he discovered the pathway that is C3. So this cycle is also known as a Kelvin cycle. So for this work, Mr. Melvin Kelvin, he got the Nobel Prize. So the Kelvin cycle found in all mesophytic plants like rice, wheat, groundnut, and pulses, like all the plants. So here the reaction involved in Kelvin cycle can be divided into three phases. So one is carboxylation phase, second one is reduction phase, third one is RUBP regeneration. So if you can see here, for example, carboxylation phase, in this phase the carbon dioxide is accepted from the atmosphere by primary carbon dioxide. The primary carbon dioxide acceptor is ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. So which is the ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate is the 5 carbon compound to form 3 carbon phosphoglyceric acid. So to form the 3 phosphoglyceric acid, this 3 phosphoglyceric acid is the presence of the in the presence of the water also. So this reaction is catalyzed by the RUBP carboxylase and oxygenase. So it is also shortly called as a Rubisco enzyme. So the first stable compound of the pathway is phosphoglyceric acid is a 3 carbon compound, hence it is called as a C3 pathway. So the plants which undergoes the pathway are called as a C3 plants. So the pathway is also known as a carbon fixation pathway. So RUBP carboxylase is present in a large amount in chloroplast. So this enzyme is the most abundant. This enzyme or protein is most abundant protein in plant kingdom, and it amounts of for 30 to 50% stable protein in leaves. So here in this carboxylation, 6 molecules of the RUBP1,5 bisphosphate. So ribulose bisphosphate, it can receive the 6 carbon dioxide molecules and 6 water molecules. In the presence of Rubisco, it gives the total 12 molecules of the phosphoglyceric acid. So this phosphoglyceric acid is the 3 carbon compound, hence it is called as a C3 pathway. So this is called as a carboxylation. Next, what is the reduction? So actually this phosphoglyceric acid, it receives the protons of the NADPH and it should be reduced as a phosphoglyceraldehyde, but it cannot done in the beginning. So in the beginning, in the presence of phosphoglycerokinase, the 12 molecules of the phosphoglyceric acids, they receive the 12 molecules of the they react with 12 molecules of the ATP, and they are formed as a 12 molecules of the 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acid. So these 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acids, again in the presence of triose phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme, they react with the 12 molecules of the NADPH and they are formed as a 12 molecules of the phosphoglyceraldehyde. So here 12 inorganic phosphates is liberated in that procedure. So here these 12 phosphoglyceraldehyde molecules in the presence of triose phosphate isomerase, so this process is called as a reduction stage. So this is called as a carboxylation stage. So this is called as a carboxylation. So this is the carboxylation stage and this is the reduction stage. So here now I am going to explain about the RUBP regeneration phase. So in this after the formation of the 12 molecules of the phosphoglyceraldehyde, so these phosphoglyceraldehyde, each one phosphoglyceraldehyde is the 3 carbon compound. So 3 into 12, there are 36 carbons are involved in this pathway. So actually 30 carbons from the each one RUBP ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate is 5 carbon compound. So there are 6 molecules of the RUBPs are involving in the procedure. So in this pathway, so 6 into 5, 30 carbons. The remaining 6 carbons, they are coming from outside as a carbon dioxide. So in the carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of the carbon dioxide, they containing 6 carbons. So these 6 carbons are modified as a C6H12O6 as a carbohydrate or glucose. So like this one, the glucose is synthesizing in the pathway C3 cycle. So it is a very big and beautiful, it is a very biggest experiment done by the Melvin Kelvin. Hence he got the Nobel Prize for his innovation. Next, the 12, the RUBP regeneration, the 12 phosphoglyceraldehyde molecules. So among these 12, at 5 molecules, what are they? In the presence of triose phosphate isomerase. In the presence of triose phosphate isomerase, the 12 among these 12 molecules, 5 molecules are isomerized as a DHAP, dihydroxyacetone phosphate. So this among these 5 dihydroxyacetone phosphate and 7 is phosphoglyceraldehyde phosphate. So among these 7 and among these 5, the 3 dihydroxyacetone phosphate molecules and also 3 phosphoglyceraldehyde molecules, they in the presence of aldolase, they react each other and they form the 3 fructose diphosphate, 3 molecules of the fructose diphosphate. So in this process, in the presence of transketolase, these the 3 inorganic phosphates are liberated from 3 molecules of the fructose diphosphate, and the fructose diphosphate is remained, it formed as a fructose 3-phosphate. So 3 molecules of the fructose phosphate. So among these 3 fructose phosphate, 1 molecule in the presence of fructose phosphate isomerase, 1 molecule of the fructose phosphate, it is isomerized, and the 1 molecule of the fructose phosphate, it is isomerized and it is changed as a C6H12O6. So it is called as a glucose. So like this one, the glucose is synthesized in this pathway in this method. So the remaining fructose 6-phosphate, the fructose molecule, each one fructose that contains the 6 carbon. The fructose is the 6 carbon compound. So each one fructose, the remaining 2 fructose phosphates, and again 2 phosphoglyceraldehyde phosphates. Each one phosphoglyceraldehyde is the 3 carbon compound, and fructose phosphate is the 6 carbon compound. So these two molecules, they react with each other in the presence of transketolase, and they produce 2 types of products. So one is 2-gyrulose phosphate, 2 molecules of gyrulose. This is the 2 molecules of gyrulose phosphate, and another one is 2 molecules of erythrose phosphate. So true erythrose phosphate is a 4 carbon compound, but whereas the xylulose phosphate is the 5 carbon compound. Next, so this xylulose erythrose phosphate, this xylulose phosphate is never entered into the further reactions, but the erythrose phosphate, it can react with the another 2 DHAP, dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Actually, by the triose phosphate isomerase, among these 12 phosphoglyceraldehyde molecules, 5 are isomerized as a dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Among these 5, 3 are utilized in the beginning, but the remaining 2 DHAP or dihydroxyacetone phosphate molecules, they again interact with react with the 2 molecules of the erythrose phosphate. So erythrose phosphate is the 4 carbon compound and DHAP is the 3 carbon compound. So they can form in the presence of aldolase. This aldolase can catalyze this reaction, and immediately 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose bisphosphate is formed. 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose bisphosphate. So bisphosphate is formed. So in this, in the presence of phosphatase, in the presence of pseudoheptulose phosphatase, immediately two inorganic phosphate is liberated here, and the 2 pseudoheptulose phosphates is remain. So this 2 pseudoheptulose bisphosphate, again it is reacted with the 2 phosphoglyceraldehyde. So these 2 phosphoglyceraldehyde is reacts with the 2 molecules of the pseudoheptulose phosphate in the presence of transketolase. So then it will form as a 2 molecules of the xylulose phosphate and 2 molecules of the ribose phosphate. So this xylulose phosphate is a 5 carbon compound, and ribose phosphate is also 5 carbon compound, and here in the beginning there are also 2 xylulose phosphate is also synthesized. So nearly these 4 xylulose phosphate and 2 ribose phosphate in the presence of phosphoriboisomerase. These 6 molecules are isomerized like a ribulose phosphate. 6 molecules are ribulose phosphate. So each one ribulose phosphate is the 5 carbon compound. 5 into 6, 30. So it is a ribulose phosphate. Again with the help of they can react with the ATP. They receive the ATP and they are formed as a ribulose bisphosphate. So this is something about the C3 pathway, which was expressed by Melvin Kelvin. So in this process, if you can see the significance of this pathway for a formation of one glucose molecule, 6 carbon dioxide molecules are required for one carbon dioxide molecule to undergoes the reduction of 3 ATP and 2 NADPH are required for one carbon dioxide molecule when participate once in Kelvin cycle. So 1/6 glucose is formed. So for formation of one glucose molecule, 6 carbon molecules are required and 18 ATPs and 12 NADPH are required. So this is something about the C3 pathway. So for this work, Melvin Kelvin, he got the Nobel Prize. So this is something about the Melvin Kelvin cycle. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much. Thank you.